Hello, all my beautiful aviators. RandomEd787 here. So, as I said before, we were going to go over the aircraft list for Flight Simulator 2024, and it appears we got the entire list that I guess was leaked, but since, people have been uploading stuff because, they're allowed to now about their thoughts on Flight Simulator 2024, I guess it makes sense that the list comes out too. So, in this video, we're just going to go through all the aircraft that are going to be in the game, and I have some thoughts on a couple of the things here, some good and some not so good. So anyway, let's jump right into the video. So first things first, every single aircraft, and I'm pretty sure you guys knew this already, but every aircraft from Flight Simulator 2020 that was default will be coming to Flight Simulator 2024, but at a cost. Yeah, and I mean literally. So, but let's just jump into what you're going to be getting by default. You're going to be getting all the stuff that the standard edition came with in 2020, plus all the 40th anniversary planes. Yeah, so remember when I mentioned the word at a cost, and I meant it literally? Let's just get the issue I have out of the way right now. So, when I said that all the standard planes that came in FS 2020, plus the 40th anniversary stuff, is going to be in the base game. Well, you remember how there were two different editions in the other one in 2020 when you had the Deluxe and Premium Deluxe that came with extra planes? For some reason, all the same planes, at least I believe from what I've looked at, you're going to have to pay for again. I have a slight issue with this, but I'm also going to be hypocritical because I am pretty much going to be getting the Premium Deluxe Edition. I'm willing to admit I'm hypocritical on this, but there are still going to be new planes coming with these editions. Besides the fact that you're literally paying for the same planes again. Now, granted, yes, I know you could theoretically say, well, we're paying for the same planes in the standard edition that we had in the previous one. Yes, I get that. But personally, I really believe that all the planes that were in the Premium Deluxe and the Deluxe Edition, those should be in the simulator by default in the Standard Edition. The fact that we're paying for them again in Deluxe Editions, that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Now, granted, is this the most greediest thing I've seen a company do? No. It's just really, I mean, you're already including new airplanes with these premium and deluxe editions. Why can't we just have the new planes in there and then take stuff like the 787 or the Cessna Longitude and just put it with the standard edition? I don't understand why we can't do that, but still. I know, hypocritical, I am getting the Premium Deluxe, but anyway, let's go over what you actually get in the Premium Deluxe, and then we'll go down to the Deluxe Edition and then the Standard Edition. So my rant part of this is over, so now we're just going to go over all the new aircraft, so let's jump into that. Quick side note before I get into anything else, just so you know, you are able to upgrade editions down the road at any time you want, just like previously. So for example, if you bought the standard edition but didn't feel like getting the deluxe or premium at that time, you can upgrade to those editions at any time. So, just wanted to make that clear. Alrighty, starting off with the list in the Premium Deluxe. We first have the Airbus helicopter, the H225. I know nothing about helicopters, so we're just gonna move on there. We got the Beechcraft C90 GTX King Air, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna be getting another version of the King Air. The Boeing Company, the 747-400 Global Super Tanker. So I believe this was a fighter plane from what I recall. That's why it's called Super Tanker. You can correct me down in the comments below. The Boeing Company 747-400 LCE Dreamlifter. Now this, I obviously know what this is. This is used to transport airplane parts, probably down the Boeing field or other places around the world just to help assemble airplanes. We also have the C-17 Globemaster III from the Boeing Company. This plane actually, I'm not gonna lie, looks pretty badass. And I'm sure you guys seen this plane in a lot of movies and TV shows, and I'm actually kind of excited to get my hands on this. This thing looks like a beast. We also have the Boeing Company CH-47 Chinook, Chinook, I believe is how it's pronounced. I think this is a military type of plane. I think that people like jump out of, a military helicopter that people jump out of. I can't exactly remember. Again, when it comes to helicopters, I know pretty much nothing about them, and I am an aviation geek, but helicopters just never really did it for me all that much. Next, we have the Pilotus PC-24. I'm guessing this is basically like a private jet, so some kind of like a Cessna Citation. We have the Pipistrel Taurus M. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. This actually looks like a very high quality motor glider. Me trying to become a private glider pilot in real life, this definitely really appeals to me. So I will definitely be checking that out. We have the Saab 340B. I'm not too sure what plane this is, but I can definitely guess it looks like a small commuter turboprop. And we have a Zlin Aviation Savage Norden. I'm guessing this is a bush type airplane. So if you're into the bush flying, well, you're gonna be right at home here. Me, I don't mind doing it once in a while, but I got a feeling I'm probably gonna like doing it a lot more in FS 2024, considering there's gonna be so many things to see and explore. So I will probably give it a try. Alrighty, and moving down the list to the Deluxe Edition, we have the Amphibian Aerospace Albatross G111 HU-16. Holy crap, that is a mouthful. Just looking at the picture here, I think this is a float plane. The fact that it says Amphibian Aerospace, so maybe it's another float plane. Looks pretty cool. Doesn't really appeal to me all that much, but hey, it's a new airplane. I will probably check it out at some point. We have the Cessna 188AG truck, and this looks like another one of those crop duster planes. So it's probably going to be used, obviously for crop dusting, all that, agricultural, aviation, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. We have the Cessna 404 Titan, and for the longest time, I mean, I've known for a while, but I feel like a lot of people don't know that Cessna actually does make twin engine airplanes. But they're not as common. They're more known for their single engine, but I will definitely check this out. I love being able to have more options when it comes to twin engine airplanes, so that'll be pretty cool. We have the Cessna 408 Sky Courier. Not too thrilled about this one. This one doesn't look that appealing to me, but again, like I said, I will probably check it out. And we have the Dornier Sea Star. So I'm thinking I know this is obviously a float plane, but it might be a fire plane as well. I think I might have seen footage of it around, but I can't be certain on that. But it's very similar to that fire plane we've been seeing a lot in a lot of trailers for Flight Simulator 2024. So, but it's definitely an amphibian or just a float plane. I can't tell if it has wheels. It probably does, but anyway, that's all we have for the Deluxe Edition. Now let's move on to the new aircraft in the Standard Edition. Starting off the list, we have the Aero Elvira Optica. And this is that very, very weird looking experimental type airplane that we saw in some of the trailers, like when it was showing the Northern Lights. This is a plane I'll definitely check out just because it's such an odd airplane, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are going to be really testing this one out just to see how the thing freaking flies. I know I'm interested, so I'll be checking it out. We have the Air Tractor AT802. Hopefully, I just don't know if I'm zoomed in enough on the picture to actually see it. Yep, this is the float plane. The crop duster we've been seeing throughout all the trailers. I'm definitely excited to fly this one. It really looks freaking awesome. It almost looks similar to the tow planes that I have at my glider club that used to tow me and the gliders up. So I just like that it looks like that. But I'm actually excited to check this one out. We have the Airbus A321LR. I did not think this was going to be in the game. That is awesome that it is. The last time we've seen an A321 was actually FSX. So I'm actually really excited that we're getting even more Airbuses in this, which is so awesome because I do kind of prefer Airbus a little bit over Boeing, mainly due to, well, one, safety, at least in real life, and two, when it comes to cockpit layout. Like, it's very easy to go from one Airbus to the other. The cockpit layouts are virtually the same. For what that's with Boeing, anything goes. So I do like the consistency with Airbus more. We have the Airbus A330-200, 300, and 300 P2F. I'm guessing that's the freighter version. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to get some flack for saying this. I think the A330 is the most generic looking airliner ever. I've never been a fan of the A330. Will I fly it? Absolutely. And just in terms of looks, it just looks so bland. I don't know if that's just me personally. I'm sorry to all the A330 lovers out there. I get why a lot of you would love this plane. It is a great airplane. That's just my personal thing. It doesn't mean I won't ever fly it though. We have the Airbus A330-743L Beluga XL. This is pretty much similar to the Dreamlifter. It just transports different aircraft parts to assemble Airbus aircraft. We have the Airbus A400M Atlas. This one we've been seeing for like remote cargo transport in a lot of the trailers. So I'm actually excited to fly this one. I love these big hunk of metals type of planes. I don't always fly them, but they're just fun to check out once in a while just to try something different. We have an Airbus helicopter H125. Again, I know nothing about helicopters, so we're going to move on. Then this one here, I'm very intrigued to fly, and that's the Airship Industries Skyship 600. Unless it's been like third party or like a mod, we've never ever had anything like this in Flight Simulator, so I'll probably only fly this maybe a few times. I don't see this being the most appealing thing to fly, but I think it will be pretty cool. I'm just excited to see what the virtual cockpit looks like in this thing. I'm actually excited to see that. We have the Archer Midnight. This is another one of those experimental aircraft that we saw, I think flying in Dubai, and the most recent trailer we have for Flight Simulator. I'll probably look at it once and probably never fly it again. I'm not big into the experimental aircraft, except maybe the Optica that we talked about previously. And here's a big one, the Boeing 737 MAX 8 from the Boeing company. And I know the MAX has a bit of a reputation, not a good one, but I will obviously be flying it in this one. Now, the only thing I'm concerned about, is this going to be as good as PMDG? I don't know. But I'm excited to see it. It's apparently Azobo's most complex aircraft to date. So we'll see, because I've flown the 737 PMDG quite a bit. Not a lot to like some other YouTubers out there. So don't take my word for it if it's going to be accurate or not to the real thing or whatever. But we'll see how it turns out. And now we have the Cessna 400 Corvallis TT. Hopefully I pronounced all that right. And just from this image alone, this plane looks sick. This thing looks freaking awesome. It's got that nice, modern, shiny look to it. It's just, I love these new general aviation aircraft that are coming out and just have this very slick, futuristic look to them. Like, they just look so luxurious and just, so comfy to sit in and just put on autopilot. And, I can't wait to try it. We have the Cirrus Vision Jet, the SF50. I got a feeling this is going to be hard to fly, because I saw a video recently of the developer, or one of the people from the development studio at Azobo, saying that this is actually a pretty tough plane to fly. And I wouldn't be shocked for a plane that's got that much power and is that small. I could see why that'd be a little difficult to fly. I actually accidentally passed a plane. It is the CGS Hawk Arrow 2. So it looks like we're getting some ultralight love, which I like to see. I've never been too interested in ultralights, but I do like flying them once in a while in Flight Simulator. It's just nice to have a little change of pace and just go a little bit slower and just take in more of the views. So I'm excited to fly this one. And now we have a plane that's very familiar to all of us from all the trailers. We have the de Havilland in Canada CL415. This is obviously the firefighter plane that everyone has been seeing. So this is one I'm probably going to check out a few times. I'm definitely going to be doing a couple firefighting missions, because it just looks like it'd be satisfying to put out fires and just see what that looks like in the sim. I'm excited to fly it. The de Havilland Canada DHC-6 Twin Otter. Again, this is going to be another amphibian type plane, I believe, or just a float plane, but either way, I've been hearing a lot of cool things about this aircraft. I hear it's a huge favorite among aviation enthusiasts, I guess. I just spent, well, maybe Okay, I didn't hear exactly that, but I have heard that a lot of people do really like this plane. So I'm curious to see what all the fuss is about. And if it's made by, I think, what was it, Blackbird Simulations, the guys who made the Beaver, if they're making this, you can bet your bottom dollar I am keeping my sharp eye on it really, really quick. Next, we have the Draco X, and this plane has been getting a little bit of attention, mainly because the guy that's making it is making this thing right now. The plane isn't even finished yet, and some of you might remember him from the Flight Sim Expo. Very, very passionate guy, and he's kind of a badass, I'm not gonna lie. He's just making this plane just for the freaking heck of it, just because he wants to see just how much he can push this thing. And from what I've heard from previews from Flight Simmers on YouTube, this thing is a beast. So I'm very curious to see just how powerful this thing is. I can't wait to fly it. It looks pretty interesting. And now we have the Ericsson S64 air crane. Like I've been saying, guys, I'm not a helicopter guy, so but you've all seen this from the trailers. But this is mainly going to be used for like construction and stuff like that. And we have the Fairchild Republic A10 Thunderbolt 2. This plane is having a lot of skepticism on it right now because I think it's being made by DC Designs, I believe, and apparently from what I've heard, they do not have a good reputation with the flight sim community. Their aircraft, from what I hear, are very low quality. I hope that's not the case here. I would love for the Thunderbolt to be good, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. And now we have the Heart Aerospace ES30. Apparently, this plane is actually not operating at the moment. It's actually a prototype, I believe. It's an all-electric airplane. I'll just give my thoughts on electric airplanes. In general, it's a very bad idea. I don't think we should be doing that. Maybe with smaller planes, that's probably fine. Maybe like gliders, that might be okay. With like motor gliders and stuff like that. But just having all airplanes go electric, we're not even close to being ready for that. I'm not going to get into the scientific stuff on that. Because I just don't know all those details, honestly. So, but I just wanted to throw that in there, I guess. And now let's get into the hot air balloons. We got the regular hot air balloon and the Fly-Do hot air balloon. These I'm actually really excited for. Now, would I get in one of these in real life? Hell to the freaking no. If I am not enclosed in a cockpit, it is a no-go for me. You are never going to find me in a hot air balloon. I don't know. I never say never, but you would have to really give me a good-ass bribe in order to get my butt sitting in one of those things. So, but as far as the simulator goes, I'm very excited to try this out. We have the Joby Aviation Joby S4. Again, looks like another experimental type of aircraft. I'll probably fly it once or twice, and then that'll be it. The Magni Gyro M24 Orion. Yes, Orion. Sorry, I'm trying to like zoom in on that. This looks, I believe, what we saw in the previous trailer when they're going through like the rainforest and going through very close to the ground. So this is another one of those ultralight aircraft, which I will probably definitely try because ultralights can be very fun. And I believe next we have I believe this is an acrobatics airplane, the MX Aircraft Company MXR. MXSR. Forgive me, guys, if I'm not reading the best here. So, but as for when it comes to acrobatic airplanes, I'm not the biggest fan of them because they're so damn hard to control. They're so sensitive. But I'll probably look at it once. The Pilatus, I'm gonna probably say Pilatus because I think I pronounced it wrong. I think it's the Pilatus PC-12 NGX. This I think I have seen at my local airport where I go to take my my glider lessons. I do see this turboprop going around a lot. It is very popular there, and from what I hear, it is a great turboprop airplane. And now we're getting to the bottom of the list here, I believe. Yep, we're on the bottom now. We have the Power Shoot Sky Rascal. This is another one of those ultralights that I will definitely get a look at when the sim comes out, but I will never fly in one in real life. That would scare the living crap out of me. We have the Robinson R66 helicopter. Again, helicopter. Moving on. We have the STEMI S12G. This is being made by Got Friends. And this, from what we're hearing, is a very high-quality glider. Again, me being almost an official glider pilot myself. Hopefully I get my license this year. But again, this is very appealing to me, and I'm easily checking this out. And last but not least, we have the Zivco Edge 540. Again, not our acrobatic plane. Not my cup of tea. Maybe for some of you, but I'll probably check it out once in a while. So, that was a lot to get through, guys. And there also are other planes that I forgot to mention that are actually on this list. But before I end the video, there's actually going to be an Aviators edition. And this will have all the planes from the Local Legends DLCs that we've gotten throughout the time. The only problem I have with this is what happens if you already bought all of them. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Aussie Flight Simmer that brought this up. What happens if you have all of them purchased? Do you have to buy them all again? See my problem here with this, buying a lot of these planes again that you've already paid extra for? Well, I mean, I'm not worried about Azobo getting super greedy because they didn't give me any reason to be like that with FS 2020. It's just a little irritating to see this sometimes, but it's far from the worst that I've seen in the gaming industry. So I'm not gonna go on a boycott rant or anything like that. So anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this. So let me know, guys. I want to know from you in the comments, which edition are you getting? And please tell me which planes, helicopters, what are you looking most forward to flying in Flight Simulator 2024? I want to hear all of that in the comments below. Let's get the conversation and the hype going. And as always, guys, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe button. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. Happy flying.